Yo, what's up, you guys? Happy Sunday. Nice to win, right, brother?
Yeah, I know we're coming on almost 72 hours late, but here we are in a win, and it's very nice to win. But can I be a cloud over this win?
Go
Is
ahead.
it okay if I'm a cloud over this
Listen, we
win?
got a cloud anyway, so it doesn't matter. You're just adding.
I love this win, Kevin, because I love the way this team as a whole, played in the second half. Offense, I believe, three possessions, three touchdowns. Defense held Houston to 6 points. Special teams was the worst game I ever seen them play. What I'm upset about is false hope. I don't want to start to believe, okay, we're back. Every team on this schedule is a winnable game. We can do this. I don't want to. Ah, so you got a buddy there today. Nice. Very cool.
He wanted to get. He
Very
wanted to.
cool.
He wanted to get in
Awesome. My
on the
little guy is
podcast.
sleeping
So
over there. Hey, I don't blame him. Anyway, what I was saying was that I don't want to buy into the false hope that everyone, oh, no one on our schedule has a winning record, only Buffalo, we can make a run, blah, blah. Yes, all of that's true. But what I'm angry about as a Jet fan, and it's probably just me, is if you would have got the kicking situation done, if he is truly hurt, Greg the leg, if he is truly hurt and this is just not some BS that they're throwing at us, this should have been corrected 3 weeks ago and we could have had two more wins on our docket and not sit in the position we're in and sitting in a good position.
I've been saying this all year. Day late, buck short.
Yeah, yeah. And you know,
It's
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 and
funny,
it's with
Kevin.
and it's with everything.
Yeah.
Always.
And it's funny, Kevin, we're sitting here 72 hours later, and if somebody just started watching the podcast at the 3 minute mark again because we sound aggravated. I don't want to sound aggravated because, like you said, it's hard to get wins in this league. A win's a win. It was a great second half performance by defense and offense. Special teams has to wake up. Too many penalties. Yeah. But what's killing me is that this Greg the Lake situation didn't get worked out 2 weeks ago.
The Jets, man. That's what it's how we roll. It's how we
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. You're right. It is how we roll
I
because
said I said to
because
you when they put him on IR, I said if this guy's been hurt for weeks, what the hell have you been trotting him out there for?
yeah, yeah. And I said that to you because I feel like this team is so bad that when they get these well-known players or these players with a name or somebody who's been good for them, they stay loyal to a fault. And this, Mike, I don't know what the next 8 weeks is going to. Maybe they go 7-1. Maybe they go 8-0. I don't know. Funny things have happened in football. I just think that if they don't make the playoffs, they're going to go back to that 3 week period where if Greg the Leg or Greg Zerline was truly hurt and they covered it up, they
Mhm.
only shot themselves in the foot
Go
because,
back, go back to the Denver game. Go back to the Pittsburgh game. Right? Go back to the
yeah,
Viking game. So
yeah. And you know what? And you know, I'll say this. I agree with what you said. The Pittsburgh game, even if he made those extra points, we got so manhandled. Like that was definitely the Steelers A versus junior varsity. Like
mhm,
we looked
mhm,
like a
mhm.
junior varsity team. The Minnesota game, yeah,
The
flip flop, flip flop.
Patriot game.
But the
Are you
Patriots.
kidding me?
Yes, yeah. The three games that are going to stick out in my craw will be the Buffalo Bills game, which we should have won. You can't miss two field
Denver and the Pats. Yep.
goals. The Denver game, field goal to win the game. And the Pats game where you cost us 4 points, which we would have won that game, even at worst 26-25. But you know what? So
But you
again,
know what?
again,
I got on the Pat game. I got to fault the defense too. How the hell do you let Jacoby Brissett come down the field and score a touchdown?
agree, agree, agree. All right. So all right, for that game we won't put it all on the kicker. But the Denver game we can and the
Hmm.
Buffalo game we can. And
Hmm.
just think Kevin, if we had those two, we'd be 5-4, and I believe the seventh seed instead of 3-6, and the 10th seed right now, even though it's not a seed. You know what I'm
On
trying to
the
say,
on the outside looking in.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And that's it. And I don't want to kill Malachi Corley, but I guess now I understand why he's on the practice squad.
Yeah, dude, come on. That's like that's like elementary.
This is a guy who is in college. Yeah, and you know what, Kevin? This is a guy who probably I don't have the stats in front of me, scored plenty of touchdowns in college, probably scored plenty of touchdowns in high school, ran roughshod over Pee Wee football, and this is how you act on the biggest stage?
And like they said, dude, it's your first touchdown.
Yeah,
You squeeze the ball till it
yeah,
pops.
yeah, yeah. But you know what? This ESPN mentality,
Mm-hmm.
the celebration crowd, like, what were you thinking? You would
How
have scored on that
stupid
play.
can you
And yes,
be to
yeah,
drop the ball before you break the play?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because they all want to celebrate. They already want to do their dance, do their dance, do their dance. And then someone whispered in his ear in the end zone, you dropped the ball before the thing or whatever, because there was no big ass celebration. And that could have cost us a game. That could have cost us a game. We're
Mhm.
professionals here. This is not high school. You did that
It was a joke. It
in
was a
high
joke.
school. The coach yells at you to learn from your mistakes. But at this level, come on. That touchdown
That
could have
should
wiped away everything.
never happen at this level.
No, agree.
Ever. Ever.
Great. Great. I was disgusted with it. And I understand a lot of Jet fans blew it under the rug because we won the game in the end. But
No,
you know
you
what,
can't.
Kevin? But Kevin, even in a win, there's got to be teachable moments. And I'm glad, oh, don't worry, he'll never do that again. When I spoke to him. So I'm glad that was said out in public and whatever. Come on.
What do you
My
think,
God, like that.
What do you think, Ulrich?
You know, I don't want all of a sudden say, oh, he's this great coach. I think he's a coach in training. Does he have a lot to learn? Yes. Could he? Could he become a decent coach? Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to say all of a sudden now he's out. Now, from the Houston game, that second half on, if this team really truly does go on a roll, Kevin, and finishes the season 7-1, then I might say, this team finally woke up out of the malaise of the Salah firing, and they're, responding to Ulrich, although they all have good things to say about him from the top to the bottom. I mean, that Rodgers chest bump with him, we never saw him do that with
Mm-hmm.
Salah.
I saw
So
somebody posted a video, one on the top
huh?
and one on the bottom. The top was
Yeah,
him with Salah, and the bottom was him with Ulbrich.
yeah,
The top has him pushing Salah away, being like, "Get
yeah,
the fuck away from me." And the
yeah.
bottom has the chest bump, and yeah,
Yeah, like that was a different Rodgers. That was a different coach. And I don't want to try to start things up or drum up
no,
conspiracies or
right.
whatever. But I asked you, Kevin, a
Hey, you got to go by
while
what you see.
ago, but
You got to
even
go
in
by
summer
what you
when we
see,
talked
though.
about it.
But you have
True,
to go by what you
true.
see.
But
Yeah.
I also said to you, Kevin, has the Salah way of thinking now the players are turning a deaf ear to it because
Mm-hmm.
we've heard it and we still suck. We've heard it and we still make the same mistakes. We heard it and you're still playing the same guys who you feel you owe loyalty to. I don't know. Again, I don't want to get down on a win. A win is a win. They're hard to come by in this league. We have Houston's number, yeah, because Stroud never does well against us, never. And listen, I don't want to
Eight
hear Kevin.
sacks, 8 sacks.
Yeah, yeah, and Kevin, I don't want to hear some Houston fan or some other Jet hater tell us on the bottom, well, they were missing two of their key weapons. This is football. We've missed a lot of key weapons throughout the course of the year, through the course of the seasons. All teams have. Next man up, play to win the game. We've always said this. Do your job. Next man up, next man up. I could like, We didn't have Chuck Clark. We didn't have C.J. Mosley. We
Well,
don't have Jermaine Johnson.
I notice a lot of times when we lose, it's because we suck.
Nah,
When we win, it's because the
the
other team
team.
had a
Oh
series.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So whatever.
No, I know. I know.
Nice. I mean, nice half for the QB. We won't say nice game. We'll say
Yeah,
nice
but
half.
nice half for the like Kev.
The entire team, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, Kevin? That's what I'm hoping that was the half that wakes them up. That is the half that wakes them up, you know? I mean,
Mm-hmm. And
hey,
it's the first time I ever saw a penalty do us good. That was against us
yeah.
on the
Yeah.
on the field goal, right?
Yes.
He
Yes.
makes it and then he lines up again and he doink.
Yeah. 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 And you know what, Kevin? We've always say things like, oh, that was the kick. Oh, look, boom, doink the other way. Our luck sucks. We're the
It
Jets.
finally went
And
in, right?
this time it doinked in our favor because it didn't doink the right way for Farbank. It went the other way for
The
him.
other way, yeah.
And you kind of, and again, I don't want to act like, ooh, you know what? This is what we expected from that doink the other way to go in almost. I don't want to say solidified or whatever. I almost feel like, and I won't say it. I'm just gonna say,
Maybe the gods are shining down upon us
Well, I'm
tonight.
glad you said it. I was just gonna leave it with, and then you put whatever word or sentence you want in for what that could be. You know, you said it. Did the cloud break on the doink going the other way for a change?
Because
Did the cloud break on the doink
normally
way
we
for a
hit we
change?
hit the, normally we hit the post and it bounces back and hits us in the head.
Yeah.
So
Normally the other team hits the bounce and it goes in. But everything was out. And I know it was Halloween. So maybe the gods were sleeping and the demons came out and helped us. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see in 7 days from today when we go to Arizona. When we go to
it
Arizona.
was the ghost of Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah. Yeah. Something.
Yeah, hey, you go to
Something, Kevin.
Arizona.
Yeah.
You go to Arizona and lose. Thursday meant nothing.
Yeah. Now, now, do you buy?
There's no margin for error here.
I agree with you. I agree. I think with the 8 games at worst, you have to go 7-1. I know, and I'll throw his name out there because I was watching him. Kyle Brandt thinks 9-8 could get you into the playoffs.
Yeah, but not with the tiebreakers you've lost.
I don't. Go ahead.
Not with the
No,
tiebreakers you've
I
lost.
know. I don't think 9-8 would do it. Even if Denver slips the next 7-8 weeks, even if the Pittsburgh Steelers slip the next 7 or 8 weeks, I don't think 9-8 gets you in. Not in a division where everyone
No,
now
you
is
need 10.
jammed up. Is
You need
jammed
10.
up, you know?
You need 10.
Yeah.
And you got to sweep Miami, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Well, you have to sweep Miami for the peace of mind 500 in your division.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you figure 0-2 against Buffalo, 1-1 against Patriots. You sweep Miami, you're 4-4 in your division. But let me tell you something. I want to beat Buffalo, and there's no reason why we can't go up to Buffalo and
That's
beat them.
right. That's
You
right.
know, we should have beat them that Monday night game if Greg the leg or Greg the broken leg or whatever you want to call him. You know,
Greg Kneecap.
yeah. I wish Hoffa sent to cap him that night. We could have brought in some other kicker
Mm-hmm.
sooner. Yeah,
Yeah.
again, I don't want to sit here, win and act like, the world is crumbling. But this was something with this kicker that should have been corrected 2 weeks ago, and we might not be in this mess today.
And this is where you sit here and you say, if only.
Yeah. But Kevin, aren't we tired of saying if only?
Mhm. Well, that's that. Hey, that there's the
If
adage.
only. Shula Cup. If only Mark Gastineau didn't have the pass interference. If only the Jets against the Steelers in the AFC Champion showed up the first half. I'm tired of if only, but I understand what you're saying. I want to say, wow now, wow now. Look at
Mhm,
that play, wow now.
mhm, mhm.
And listen, if anyone tells you, and I don't even know, I don't think we ever badmouthed him on this program. Garrett Wilson is the real deal.
Yes, the only thing I got on him for was
And
those side.
I'm hoping finally will.
The only thing I got on him for was those sideline catches where be
Yeah.
aware where your feet are. But looks like we're
I
starting to do that with that shin in the end zone.
Yeah, but I got to tell you something. I think somebody, Garrett Wilson's dad or another professor, said, stop worrying about the mystique of Rodgers and do you, because he did himself. This is the Garrett Wilson we've seen. Even when Zach Wilson, Joe Flacco, name it, who was throwing the ball. This is the Garrett Wilson we know and love. I finally think that Garrett realizes that I don't have to impress Rodgers. I have to do what I do, and
Mhm,
everything else will fall into place.
mhm.
Because Rodgers definitely had the confidence in him this game, because you see the
Hey,
difference when Garrett is your
two
good,
two
good,
one two one-handed,
one-handed catches. Yes,
two of them,
yes. The
both for
man,
both
right?
for touchdowns.
Yeah. If I remember right? What did he have? 9 reception TDs. He's got to be the main guy on this team because he's the guy in the end we're going to sign. He's the guy
Nine
we're going to sign.
9 for 90, two touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was targeted 10 times, so that's only one
Yeah.
incompletion. So
Yeah. Yeah. And this is how it's got to be. And Rodgers has to see it now. Everything on the wide receiver on this offense goes through Garrett, Brees Hall, and then everyone else could take third, whoever wants to be third.
Devontae,
Lazard, throw a name in there. Williams,
Devontae.
yeah, Devontae, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. So like with that, Kevin, like again, it's on to Arizona. Now we have
Mhm.
to keep doing. Now this offense has to build on what they could
Yep.
do. And I'll say this, Kevin. I say it a lot. We never hear Quinton Williams' name. It's like tight lip, nothing. No one even knows if he's playing. And there he was. He was a beast. Reddick, yeah, only had a half a sack or
Yeah,
a
but
sack, but he played his butt off. He played
Reddick
9 pressures, I think he had.
Reddick is helping Quentin.
Exactly, exactly. And you know what? Yeah, I said it. I need to see more from Will McDonald. The man could play. I take him. Clemens. And I know Clemens had a key sack. Props to him. But if I never see Clemens again, I'm okay with that. And let me tell you something, Kevin. If this team does, with the help of God or the football gods, sign Hassan Reddick and Jermaine Johnson is healthy, and you got a Reddick, Jermaine Johnson, Quincy Williams, and Jermaine Johnson. Did I forget any? Reddick, McDonald, Williams, and Jermaine Johnson. You got a serious four. You
Honestly,
got a serious four.
I'd run it back one more year.
I think that's already going to happen with Adams doing
Mhm. Run everybody back
I
one
think
more
that's
year.
going to happen. I guess it's going to have to happen with Ulrich, right? Because you're not going to bring in a whole new system at this point. So it doesn't sound like anyone's going anywhere unless these next 7, 8 games are just a total
A disaster.
debacle.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm wondering if, because we always talk about, oh, same old Jets, same old Jets. We do, everyone, not just you and I, everyone. But what we saw in that second half, field goal hitting the thing, bouncing anything, going the other way. And even with the stupid penalties that we've had in this game, it didn't come back to bite us in the ass.
Mhm.
It didn't come back to bite us in the ass. And
Right.
even on that final drive before the onside kick, they had to go for a field goal either way. But teams past would have gave up a touchdown easy on that one, and then we would have been sweating the extra point, the
Mhm.
onside kick.
Yep.
Everything was beautiful. Everything in that second half, like when, of course, we probably all did it at night when it was happening, but you go back and watch that second half, those
I have.
drives, 11 plays, 11 plays,
Yeah.
11 plays, 7 minutes, 6 minutes. I have the numbers somewhere on here, you know? It was just incredible to watch. Time of possession, we ruled
Mhm.
it, you know?
About
Everything was in
time.
our favor after that second half. Yeah.
About
And
time.
after that first half, Kevin, that we didn't think we were going to. It was just great to see. See.
Yep.
Let me see if I have the numbers as a whole. Yeah, so our offense had 293 total yards, 17 first downs, 5 for 12 on third downs, almost 50%. Red zone 2 for 3, and the possession was 26 minutes and 18 seconds. Is that all we had the possession for? I thought
Imagine
we
if
had it for longer.
imagine if you showed up in the first half.
I know. I know. I know you're right. You're
Mhm.
right. Listen to this. Rodgers in the first half was 7 for 14 for 32 yards, passer rating 56.2. Second half, 15 for 18, almost perfect.
Flip it.
179 yards, 3 TDs, passer rating 147.7.
Tale of two halves.
Yeah. Devontae had 7 receptions for 91 yards.
Hmm.
Aaron finished 22 for 32, 211 passing yards, 3 TDs.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. There's a lot to like. There's a lot to not like. But this was the first game where I felt, or the first, yeah, well, that the first New England game. Well, that was this game just looked like what we thought we should be on
Well,
offense.
hopefully the second half you've begun to get your shit together here.
Yeah, yeah. Let's hope, and maybe keep drinking that water with the cayenne peppers. I don't look young. The team looked young. The whole team, you know.
And
Really, I mean,
I felt bad for him. What a scramble to make it first and goal, and it gets called back on a penalty
yeah. That's the
by
young
Rodgers.
kid, but he's going to learn. You know what, Kevin? I've been asking you all year why. And listen, again, it was only a 3 quarters, a half. I've been saying to you, why is Max Mitchell constantly inactive? He stepped up big. No penalties for Max Mitchell.
Yep.
You know, no one seems to like guy. Everyone has the, but I always think he plays well for us. You didn't
Hey,
hear his name in any penalty situation the other night.
when you find a line combination that works, I don't give a shit how much you're paying this guy or that guy or he was supposed to play. When you find a combination that works, you leave it there and you stick with it.
Yeah. Now I don't know how serious the injuries are on the other two linemen, but you have with Fajnu and Max Mitchell in there with Titman Moses and uh Tyron Smith. That looked good to me. That looked good to
Hmm.
me. If that's how they ride it the rest of the year, I'm okay with it.
Hmm.
I'm okay with it. I
Yeah,
don't care. It's true. I don't care how much you pay a guy. If you're not up to par with the backup, then you're not playing. And that's the way it
right.
always should be. But it doesn't seem to be like that for us. But hopefully that now is changing too. You know?
Yep. We shall see. We shall see. And like you said, hey,
Kevin, I'll leave you. Yeah.
on to
Yeah.
the
But Kevin, I also, here's
God.
something off a point. And maybe someone, we had some good comments this week. I'd love to get some more. Where's Joe D been?
It's like MIA. He's
Is
hiding.
this not like, is this, you know, I would love to
It's
hear from some,
weird. It's
yeah, like
weird.
I would love to hear Samini, Dan Leberfeld, who else covers the Jets, you know? Why is Joe D MIA? What is going on there?
Maybe maybe
Very
maybe
quiet.
Connor Hughes can get to the bottom of it.
Hmm. Yeah. Janine Coakley, someone. Why is Joe D so mum?
It's
So
weird.
mum,
It's weird.
you know?
I don't know. Doesn't want to step on the owner's toes. I don't know.
Was he there Monday night? I didn't see him in the press box. Was he there Monday night? I mean, Thursday night. Was he there?
I don't know.
You know, he actually saw the fruits of his labor look pretty decent that second half.
Finally, finally, right.
Actually, that second half it was the score of 21-6. You don't get any perfect at that. He could have stopped everyone in the face and see, we're finally getting it together. These were my guys. I stuck by them. Mom, nothing on Joe D. Nothing.
Well, I'm afraid maybe he doesn't want to come out and say that because let's see what happens in Arizona.
True. No, it's only it was a half of football. It was only a half of football. And as a Jet fan, Kevin, we have to see it again next week. Next Sunday against Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
That even in Arizona, that's a winnable game.
Can you start this way? Can you
Yeah.
start the game like that
Yeah.
and play for 60 minutes?
Yeah. 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 Now let me ask you, because it's almost like, and not just our show, a lot of shows, but I almost feel like Aaron Rodgers heard a snippet of our show. I don't have million subscribers and whatever. But wasn't it funny how he came out and stuck up for Kinlaw? Like he made it a point to say his buddy Kinlaw played well or did well or whatever. Well. I thought I was like, it's pretty funny after you and I,
He's
especially
been getting a
me.
lot of shit.
Yeah, like we ripped Kinlaw. Like we said he should have been gone. If accountability was big, he should have been gone 3 weeks ago with that back-to-back penalty. But yeah, so I mean, really, Kevin, that's it from my end. It's been 72 hours. I'm not going to sit here. You're not
Yeah,
going to read
no.
all the numbers. They've been read, talked
Listen,
about. We,
I wish we were playing Arizona today. I'm
yeah,
ready already. Let's go.
yeah. I hate these 10 days off,
Yep.
but
Yep.
you
Like a
know,
mini buy. Like a mini
yeah.
buy almost.
But you know what? If it gets Rodgers a little more rest, a little more healthier, do you know? I thought Chuck Clark was just on IR. Shouldn't he be coming back this week? I thought so. I thought Chuck Clark
Four
should
weeks,
be.
right?
I thought it
Maybe
was 4 weeks. He's not out for
maybe
the season. Maybe
no,
one more.
maybe a week left. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what, Kevin? Let's touch base on this because we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we don't. Sauce. What do you think of Sauce?
Overrated.
Yeah, I agree. And I know a lot of Jet fans might kill us, and feel free to. We don't
And
care.
let me tell you though, the guy don't look the same as he did the first 2 years. He don't look the same as
Maybe
he
he
did
should.
in year 1 and 2.
You see, Kevin, I'm going to take the opposite approach, and
It's
I
like
said this to you.
it's like he regressed. Everybody, it's like people regress on this team.
Yeah. I said this to you, Kevin. I asked you, and I said, I know it might sound foolish, but our team's just challenging him more. They watched the film for the last 2 years and say, oh, he's only good because no one throws to him.
Well, that first year, you heard, oh, the next Revis.
When your coach comes, you got to tap. Yeah. Kevin, the coach.
So I think people didn't throw to him that side the first year, just on rep alone, maybe. But now it's like, wow, all this guy does is grab your jersey.
Exactly.
Never turns around for the ball.
No. Kevin never makes a tackle. Like when the coach tells him he has to, tackling has to be better.
You sent me a play.
Come on, so put on some goddamn make tackles,
You sent me that play on the sidelines where he was like totally out of position. It looked like me going for the ball.
Yeah. It looked like somebody was wearing his uniform because yeah. Oh yeah. And that play I saw somebody else posted that and I sent it to you because I'm like, this is what we're gonna sign. This is what we're talking about. This guy's no real priority right now.
What did I hear somebody say? He's not even a pimple on Revis's ass.
Oh, he's not right now. I'm sorry. Like, you guys could get mad at us and tell us we're crazy and whatever, but you know what, Sauce? Stop with the great handshake. Maybe that's what you're doing too much because you're playing like you're fucking high and playing well, And then stop worrying about your golf game and whatever because.
And before we get to the picks here, I have to tell you also, I love the black uniforms. Love them.
Too.
I wish that was the permanent uniform.
Me too, Kevin. I want to see them yearly.
I wish it was permanent. I wish it was what they
And not
were
be
all the time.
and not because they won, they're just sleek looking. They're nice.
Yeah,
They
the
almost have this mean look to them.
mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Now I know in Arizona next week they'll probably wear all white and whatever, but I like the all black uniform. That should be
Love
their
it.
normal uniform. Agree
Love
with
it.
you. Agree
Love it.
with you. Kevin, I'm gonna disappoint you.
Why is that?
Unless you have it. I don't have it in front of me. I didn't bring it with me today. The upcoming schedule so we could do our picks. I didn't bring it with me today.
Oh, I do not have.
Yeah, I forgot to bring it with me, so we'll have to do it next week.
Okay.
Sorry about that, people. I forgot to bring the schedule.
That's all
So
right. That's
we
all
won't
right.
do any picks this week. We'll save it for week 10. And basically that's it on my end, Kevin. It was a
Yeah,
good
nothing
week.
else
We
to
won
say.
we
Yep,
won
nothing else to
a
say.
game on a short week, second half on a short week. Yeah, we played a great half on the second on a short week, and hopefully that half is what we're going to build on and grow from there. And
And now you've got 10 days to prepare for this team.
yeah,
Don't go out there and shit the bed.
yeah. You know what? Our coaches from Friday morning should have been meeting to already devise a game plan so that when they meet on Monday, it's already now. You just have to implement it and let it roll. But
Mhm.
let's see. Again, Kevin, these are the New York Jets. And this is, see, we won. And I said it to you. I said it to you when we were talking. This is a game they probably win because we all thought they would lose. The Patriot game was a game we thought they should win, but they probably lose. But here's what worries me. I hope that the bad mouthing of this team continues, that no one gives us any
Mhm.
credit,
Mhm.
because this team will take this half. They won a Super Bowl and come out next Sunday at 4:25 in Arizona and lay a goose egg.
Continue to play with your hair on fire. Think everybody hates you.
Yeah. Let all the doubters doubt. Let them doubt. What can't happen is you can't play this second half as well as you did and then come out and shit the bed next Sunday. You can't. You can't. There's no more shit in the bed, Kevin. There's no
No,
more shit in the bed.
no room
The
for
house
error. None.
is on fire. Your life is on fire. Let's go. Let's go. Every game now is a playoff game.
I
Every game
agree.
you have to treat it like a playoff game.
Yep. One at a time.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You're right. I won't
One at
jump
a
ahead.
time.
One at a time. You're right. You're
Arizona
right.
next up.
That's it. Let's go. Let's go down to Arizona.
Go get
Get
it.
a win next weekend. Move on. Move on.
Mhm.
Keep
Don't
the
even
train
worry
rolling.
about the following week. All that
Exactly.
matters is Arizona. And
Exactly
with that,
true.
and
All
with
right,
that,
Kevin A.
it's a wrap.
Yep. Yes, it is.
All right, you guys enjoy the games today. Oh, what do you think about the Giant game today? Give me a pick. Giants
Against the
Commanders.
Commandos? They're playing Washington, right? Are they
They're,
playing Washington?
yeah, they're playing here though.
No. Listen, that Washington Commanders, they're the real deal right now. They're 6-2. That it's snowballing. Everything's working. Quinn is coaching excellent. Jaden McDaniels is on fire. Now we're hearing before the trade deadline, players want to go there. Players are asking their agents, if you're gonna get me traded to there. People want to go there.
Everybody wants to go to a winner, right?
But you also want to go where the coaching is clutch, takes care of their players, has faith
Yeah,
in their players. You won that Hail Mary game. Quinn was here hugging everybody. It was so cool to see. I like the Commanders big today. I really do.
me
I
too.
really
Me
do.
too.
Is that a 1 o'clock game, Kev? Is that the 1 o'clock game for us in our
I
local
I
area?
I believe so. I believe
Okay,
so.
cool. Cool. I'm sure we'll chat a little during the course of this
Oh,
Sunday.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And definitely, my
All right,
brother,
you
we'll
guys
talk.
enjoy. And we'll see you next week on to Arizona. Have a good one, you guys, and get up.